One would be profile, that your profile is not your resume. And I think for a lot of people, it used to be.
Right.
So when most
Cut
people
and
created,
paste.
yeah, it used to be, and that's fine. It used to be the main reason you were on LinkedIn was to get a job. And so, here's my job. This is what I did. The reality is your profile is your digital web page for all, for most people. If you're in B2B in particular, your LinkedIn, if I Google your name, high likelihood LinkedIn is one of the top few results. Right. And so you got to think about what it should be showcasing is your expertise in the industry. Hey, look, I work with CEOs. I help them to make change in their business and hit revenue targets and key milestones for their business. Not I'm the CEO of Scaled.
Right.
Right. And
because we go,
yeah, well, what does that tell you? It doesn't tell you about the impact that I have on the people. And again, I'm talking about for sellers in particular. But I think it's true for any position. My wife's in HR and finance, and she could do the same thing. Like, I partner with business units to help them, run more effectively in the way that they compensate people and provide benefits to their people. Versus I'm, VP of total rewards.
Right.
Right. So most people's profile doesn't tell a story about who they are digitally and like your digital reputation. That's what I, like to think about it. The other piece would be about the content that people share. People are nervous to share content. And so they just reshare posts. Right. And then that's kind of a negative feedback loop because they wonder why they don't get any interaction, et cetera. So, it takes, I think it's a little bit of courage to say, hey, I'm going to put out my own thought or my own opinion. And so I think that that's the other big mistake that people make is that they wait too long. They're too nervous to put out their own insights and opinions. And
they might judge me.
Oh, they will. And by the way, they will. They will judge you.
What?
I promise you. Like I'll tell you a little bit my kind of journey. It was 2018, May of 2018. I remember it very specifically. We released this amazing white paper. So I'm sharing the link. Scaled is the best. Oh my God, Scaled is the best consulting firm. Look at this amazing white paper we did. And then we put it out like kind of in the ether. And it's like, did okay, 20, 30. I'm like, do you know how much time we spent on this thing? We spent so much time. It was about GDPR had just came out. It was like this beautiful summary. Like I thought it was this awesome piece of content and nobody paid attention. And I was listening, I think I was listening to Gary Vee at the time too. So kind of like the two things together clicked of like, people care about people. They don't care about companies. Right. Now, sir, there are certain companies that are able to have a little bit of both, but at the end of the day, the person is still what you're able to do. So I was like, all right, well, let me just try some of these text only posts. This is May of 2018. So this is before, it was super common. Right. And like all of a sudden it got like 200 likes. I'm like, whoa, wow. What is this? And then I was like, this is the path. And so then, I kept doing it. Then I started to do it every single day. And now, I've told this before, like we generate millions. Our number one lead source for our company, 8-figure company, okay, is Jake's LinkedIn. And it's 100% free. We generate hundreds of thousands. I'll generate 20 million probably impressions this year. That's hundreds of thousands of dollars in free advertising that costs us nothing. And so for anybody out there, trust me, I grew up in the Midwest. I was raised by my parents. You don't talk about yourself. You don't promote.
Right. No, bad.
No. Well, that means you're an egomaniac. And that's not what this is about. It's about sharing things that you've learned. And that's all that I do. I stay in my lane. I talk about sales, leadership, maybe a little bit of career, but I just share my experiences. And sometimes things go well. And sometimes people are like, this sucks. But it's all data points.